Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Imana Amawe. Coming up on the program. International community pledges support for the Ogoni cleanup. DPR seals airing filling stations across the country. Lawmakers in the House of Representatives asked for the removal of the police public relations officer. Welcome to the program that brings you news from the length and breadth of Nigeria. Lawmakers in the House of Representatives are demanding the immediate removal of the police spokesman, Jimoh Moshood, for making derogatory remarks against the governor of Benue State. In a motion sponsored by Mr. Mark Bila and supported by most of the lawmakers, the conduct of the forced public relations officer was roundly condemned. The motion also seeks to have the Inspector General of Police tender an unreserved apology to the Benue State governor and also relieve Mr. Moshood of his position. Earlier, the Benue State caucus of the House had addressed a press conference demanding the resignation of the forced PRO over professional misconduct and partisanship. According to the lawmakers, the statement of the police officer while appearing on the channel's television program, Sunrise Daily, where he demanded for the governor's resignation, indicates the partisanship of the Nigerian police as an agency. And in the meantime, the Senate has rejected a report by its Ad-Hoc committee mandated to find out why the Inspector General of Police did not comply with an earlier directive to arrest and prosecute the perpetrators of killings in Benue State. Members of the upper chamber threw out the report presented by the chairman of the committee, Senator Abu Ibrahim, for failing to speak with the Benue State governor to get his own side of the story. Following the refusal to the chamber to consider the report, the Senate has instructed the committee to speak with the Benue State governor and report back in 1 week. And the international community has pledged to help the Nigerian government see the process of the Ogoni cleanup through. This commitment has been offered by the Norwegian ambassador to Nigeria during a visit to the office of the Hydrocarbon Pollution Remediation Project in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Mr. Jean-Peter Jemprod also visited some polluted sites in Bodo community of Gokana local government area. In Eleme, our correspondent Emmanuel Ireyu reports.
Like it has been for the past few years, this young man visits where used to be a fishing area in Bodo community in Ogoniland, River State. But there are no fishes or any aquatic life here anymore. Instead, he finds water heavily polluted by this mass of hydrocarbons. The pollution is a result of oil exploration. He observes varying degrees of degradation as he swims through these spots. And on this day, the Norwegian ambassador to Nigeria is here to see things for himself and interact with the locals.
Contaminated water is still entering here. And up till now, they did not address our plight.
At last, I'm here to see for myself, to understand and to see in what way the international community could be helpful to HYPREP and the Nigerian government in pushing forward with the rehabilitation, with the cleanup, as has been promised by the international communities. The cleanup should proceed, and that's where we hope to support and expect the Nigerian government to deliver to the people in this region.
The ambassador also visits some demonstration sites in the company of members of the Hydrocarbon Pollution Remediation Project set up by the federal government to oversee the cleanup exercise.
We have updated the ambassador on progress made so far on the demonstration sites, on sensitization we've done in the communities, on the health impact, health outreach we've done. And just to prove that we've been doing sensitization, we brought him to this site by a company that did a demonstration on both soil remediation as well as groundwater.
Some believe it's time for an even more drastic approach to pollution prevention.
Many people in Africa are learning to see that, look, the sooner you ask for very strict compliance to environmental standards in resource extraction, crude oil extraction, the sooner you are going to secure your environment.
While the residents look forward to the full implementation of the UNEP report, they are also asking the federal government to show greater commitment towards cleaning up Ogoniland. Emmanuel Irei, Channels Television News.
5 people have been apprehended by men of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in Owerri, the Imo State capital, for alleged oil theft. The suspects were caught with a truckload of petroleum products concealed in bags. Meanwhile, the Customs Command in Ogun State has also uncovered a smuggling ring diverting PMS, diesel and kerosene.
One of the DPR's major headaches is ensuring that petroleum products get to their destination. So it becomes a problem when there's sabotage in the supply chain, a crime these 5 men are suspected to be involved in. They were paraded at the NSCDC command headquarters in Owerri, Imo State. They are accused of concealing petroleum products.
Presently, we have 5 suspects in our custody. On Saturday night, my officers and men were on routine patrol, and along Onitsha Road, they came across this vehicle heading towards Onitsha site. They pursued it, and it got to a point they stopped. And when they stopped, they were searched, and my officers discovered that they were carrying a bunkered product, which is the petroleum product, and is AGO specifically.
Meanwhile, the Ogun State Command of the Nigeria Customs Service has busted a smuggling ring dealing in PMS, diesel and kerosene along the Diroko border area of the state. The area controller says the petroleum product will be auctioned.
The total value for this seizure is put at 67.247 million naira. Most of these items, we comb the bushes around Idiroko axis and we discover these items, including vehicles being hidden in bushes around the trees, surrounded by water and the rest of them, and we were able to recover all these items. Petroleum product that we have seized, because of the flammable nature of it, we are going to auction it right away now.
The DPR cannot work alone to carry out its mandate of regulating the oil and gas industry, so help from other security agencies is always welcome.
And the Kogi State government's spending plans for 2018 is designed to meet the needs of people, and the present administration is determined to implement it to the letter. This assurance is coming from the state governor, Yahaya Bello, who signed off on the bill at the government house in Lokoja, the state capital. The 147 billion naira budget was first presented to the state lawmakers in December 2017.
We will ensure that as much as possible we finance, we source for fund and finance this appropriation bill to the benefit of our people. Even though year 2018 is generally believed or acclaimed to be a political year, I want to assure you that I shall not play politics with the fortunes, destiny and future of the people of Kogi State.
Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello. When the program returns in a moment, Enugu State Governor says he's ready to partner donor agencies to ensure effective health care delivery. Stay with us.